Well, up until about a week and a half ago, I had never watched the grandfather of all superhero movies, the movie that without a success, the genre that I love so much today probably would not exist. The 1978 Richard Donner Superman the movie, starring Christopher Reeve, Gene Hackman, and many more amazing actors and actresses. I did a live reaction to the film on my channel, but I didn't really get into my review and what I really thought about the film as a whole, so I figured I'd do that in a quick video. I gotta say, I was pleasantly surprised by this film. I went into the movie expecting that by the end of it, that I wouldn't quite understand the hype around it, but I was happy to be proven wrong. The movie as a whole has a lot of charm, but I gotta be honest, you guys kind of undersold me on Christopher Reeve's charm. Saying that he's just a charming guy is kind of an understatement. He has that it factor, you know, that it that you can't necessarily put into words, but you see an actor or an actress and they have it and you just know that they have it. The one scene that comes to mind is a scene with Margot Kidder and Christopher Reeve when he visits her apartment for the first time as Superman and giving her the interview. I did a lot of joking in the reaction about Margot Kidder's Lois Lane being a little horny.
The rest of your bodily functions are normal?
Lois, you should grab a drink of water. You looking real thirsty right now. But all jokes aside, I really did enjoy that scene. The scene was written well, but there were certain things that happened that you just can't write into a script. Like the subtle, shy, but confident smirk Christopher Reeve gives after he says,
"If I did, Miss Lane, you'd be the first to know about it."
That's what you call elevating the text, and Christopher Reeve did that a lot in his performance, and I really enjoyed that aspect of the movie. Pretty much every actor, what they were given, even the ones that weren't given very much screen time, elevated the text, but I do like the text a lot. The screenplay was written very well. And to clarify, throughout my reaction, I kept saying I wasn't a huge fan of this Lex Luthor. I think a lot of people took that as I wasn't a fan of Gene Hackman's performance, and that is not what I meant. I absolutely thought Gene Hackman was amazing in his performance. I'm just not a huge fan of the Silver Age comic book version of Lex Luthor. I'm a 90s baby and can't help when I was born. So the sleazy businessman version of Lex Luthor is always one that's going to be closer to my liking. I also really enjoyed the cinematography and camera work on this movie. It really made me miss practical effects. My favorite part of the movie had to be the third act. I'm so used to modern superhero flicks where there's always a twist villain or the writers are trying to outsmart the audience with some big extravagant reveal. I really enjoyed how simple and straightforward this third act was. It was fast-paced, it was fun, it was emotional, it was action-packed, and it actually had a lot of weight. They didn't rely on cheap tricks and cheap reveals. They just took a character that we've come accustomed to liking over the course of the movie, put her in danger, and put Superman in a compromising position. And honestly, with a character so overpowered like Superman, what more can you ask for? I don't know where this movie falls in my personal all-time favorite heroes movies after my first watch, but this is definitely one of the best third acts I've seen in a superhero flick in a long time. I only have one real critique of the movie, and that is I feel like Lex Luthor was just a tad bit undercooked. Once again, has nothing to do with Gene Hackman's performance. I just feel like he as a character was undercooked. When him and Superman speak, it kind of sounds as if Superman is aware of some past villainy and aware that Lex Luthor is this awful, terrible guy, but we don't get any setup or build up of any of that. He just kind of pops up and he already has this master plan. And at 2 hours and 20 minutes, I feel like the movie would have had plenty of time to do that. Overall, I really enjoyed this film. It definitely has some rewatchability. I could see myself turning this on again because it was a really, really fun watch. And even though I don't have that added layer of nostalgia that a lot of you guys have, this is one of those films where I can definitely understand why you do. But anyways, let me know your guys' feelings about Superman 78 down in the comments, and if you haven't seen my live reaction to the movie, the link will be in the description.